Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 4. In this scene, Hamlet speaks that he is heaven's scourge and minister. In this scene and in the last scene, Hamlet scourges Claudius and Gertrude to the breaking point. And his method is simple. Set them up a glass or a mirror, showing them the innermost part of themselves. The truth about themselves causes great suffering. It torments, it bedevils, and afflicts them. And Hamlet knows how to lay it on thick. Hamlet is heaven's scourge for his masterful use of words. He tells Gertrude that her husband Claudius is a villain, a cutpurse of the empire and the rule, that from a shelf the precious diadem stole and put it in his pocket. He is a king of shreds and patches, or a fool. And Gertrude cries, "O Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turnest my eyes into my very soul. These words like daggers enter in mine ears." But Hamlet justifies this treatment. I must be cruel only to be kind. For Gertrude cannot change what she cannot see. And if she cannot change what she can see, well, Hamlet then advises her, "Go not to mine uncle's bed. Assume of virtue if you have it not." And this is exactly what Aristotle prescribes for the cultivation of virtue. Aristotle's insight is that if you want to become something, act as if that is already what you were. If you want to become just, act as the just one does, and it will become natural to you. Aristotle says that patterns of behavior that are under conscious control can become, through a process of repeated practice, automatized, meaning instinctive or reflexive, done with ease. And to this Hamlet speaks, "Refrain tonight, and that shall lend a kind of easiness to the next abstinence, the next more easy. For use can change the stamp of nature." Aristotle states, if you want to be brave, act as the brave one does, and you will become brave. But Aristotle warns that there is a danger here. For if you practice being cowardly, cowardice will instill itself in you, and you will become a coward. For bad habits cultivate themselves, ingrain themselves in your behavior just as easily as the good ones do. There is no filter in the brain that keeps the bad habits away. Nature lets both the good and the bad take root. And Shakespeare calls this danger that Aristotle speaks of, that monster custom, who all sense doth eat, of habits devil. Meaning bad sense or bad habits are also eaten up by custom. Yet in this, that to the use of action fair and good, he likewise gives a frock or a livery that is aptly put on. He likewise gives, meaning nature likewise gives. For we are neither good nor bad, but by nature we aptly put on either virtue or vice through habit. Aristotle states, they arise in us neither by nature nor against nature. Rather, we are by nature able to acquire them, good or bad, virtue or vice. They are things for which we have the capacity, and they are completed in us through habit. And Hamlet speaks to these habits, devil, when in Act 1, Scene 2, he describes the world as an unweeded garden that grows to seed things rank and gross in nature, possess it merely. But in this scene, Hamlet sees hope, for use can change the stamp of nature. And we can deal with the devil or throw him out with wondrous potency. But Gertrude decides to deal with the devil. She decides to remain with Claudius. And this explains the close of this play, when Hamlet speaks to his mother at death, "Wretched queen, adieu."